had 3 goals in pre-season, will be Wigan's main threat. As for Bristol City, a couple of changes from the team which won 4-0 in the Cup. Jack Witchard keeps his place in goal. Marley Thelwell's at right back today. It's Murphy and Gibbs the back two, with Tane Anderson staying at left back. Midfield 2 to start is Reece Knight and Ruben Shepherd. And the 2 wingers I think are probably going to be Elijah Morrison, may have to play on the right-hand side. Seb Naylor a little bit further forward on the left. So effectively sort of 3 left backs named in City's team today. And then excellent Ikpeama up top with Billy O'Neill, who came off the bench to score that brilliant strike in last time out in the Cup against Reading. On the bench for City today, Ollie Thomas, Victor Akimbo, Josh Campbell-Slowey, Jack Griffin-Pacheco and Adam Murphy. It's City in red and white, Wigan in blue, and the Under-21 Premier League Professional Development League season here at Ashton Gate is just about underway once referee Owen Morton is happy with his watch. Samuel Palmer and Daniel Mallion are your 2 assistants. And here we go at Ashton Gate. Wigan immediately looking to send it long from kickoff. As expected, it is Tane Anderson who's lined up at left back with Seb Naylor, I should say, wearing 7, operating further forward, and here's Elijah Morrison wearing 10 on the right-hand side. Knight, good quick feet, and caught late after he played that pass. Early free kick. Reece Knight, another who scored in that big win against Reading in the Cup, and another one who scored a wonderful goal. Both him and O'Neill's strikes were quite sublime. Just to bring you up to speed then, if you are tuning in for the first time to a Professional Development League fixture, it's the second tier Under-21 comp. Just sits below the Premier League 2. And it's for Category 2 academies. Actually gone down this year from 20 teams to 17, which is the joint lowest number in the comp's history. So Bournemouth and reigning league champions Brentford have been promoted to the Premier League 2 this season after gaining Cat 1 status, whilst Crewe and Watford have gone down after downgrading to Category 3. However, Bolton Wanderers have returned to the league for the first time in 6 years, having been rewarded Category 2. Your reigning playoff champions are Huddersfield Town. And these 2 last year. City finished 14th, Wigan 10th. Both will be looking to build on that last campaign. When they met last year, it was up in Lancashire, and City ran out 3-2 winners. A brace from Ephraim Yeboah. City have won 6 of the last 7 meetings between the 2 sides. Ian Robbins tend to have the upper hand on the Latics in the record books, but new year, 2 very different sides, and that's nearly a gift there. Josh Murphy's header back to Jack Witchard, just a little bit under hit. Elijah Igihon looking to pounce, but enough on it to run through to Witchard, who's clipping this up towards excellent Ikpeama. There's Ewan Dodgson, the 6'2" keeper for Wigan, who signed his first pro contract this summer. One of 5 youngsters to be rewarded. Witchard goes long. O'Neill chasing after it, trying to get between 2 defenders. Here's Ikpeama. Ikpeama's cross. Just a little bit behind Elijah Morrison, who bursts towards the back post. Morrison again. Cuts in onto that left foot. Oh, a brilliant effort, hits the bar. Dodgson was stranded, and if Elijah Morrison had got a little bit more dip on that, City would find themselves 1-0 up. It's just starting to settle down now and control possession. Thelwell. Morrison back to Marley Thelwell. Here's Ruben Shepherd. Anderson. Naylor. City popping passes around nicely on this pristine Ashton Gate turf. Here's Reece Knight. Looking to thread one through. Nice run made on the far side by Elijah Morrison. And it was Morrison's effort here, which was oh so close to finding an early goal for City. Real whip on the shot. Don't think Dodgson was getting there at all. In fact, he'd pretty much just given up on it. Probably thought it was going wide, but it just kept curling back. Wigan keeper relieved to see it ricochet off the crossbar. Nice touch from Ikpeama to find Anderson, who's been penalised for the free kick there. Looks rather bemused at that decision. Tane Anderson, who I thought had a really good game, actually, against Reading. And I have to say, that's one of the worst free kicks I've seen from Zach Edwards of Wigan there. Not that totally wrong. Trying to clip one forwards, just right off the toe and straight out for a City throw. Anderson forwards. Brought down nicely by Thelwell. Back with Witchard now. Naylor floats it out wide, a little bit under hit though. Thelwell caught out and now giving away the free kick, just a tug of Henry Miller's shirt. Free kick here then for Wigan, and they're going to get numbers into the City box. Cluster of players lined up on the edge of the areas. This is curled in. Headed away firmly by Thomas Gibbs. Another free kick will go the visitors' way here. Work from Erdis Ressi to shield the ball. Long ball forward here. Cole Sims giving chase. Good battle up against Gibbs. Well defended though by the City centre-half, and that's good work from Thelwell as well to win the free kick. Made a bright start today, Marley Thelwell. He's one to really keep an eye on this season. Still only 18. Heavily involved with the first team in pre-season. Bit of a breakout year last year in the 21s. To carry that on this year. It's good closing down from O'Neill. Ikpeama not too far away either. City's two forward players working hard without the ball. And they force the long ball over the top, which will run out of play for a goal kick. Very much that 4-4-2 from Lewis Carey's side, but with the wingers operating further forward and slightly inverted to a 4-2-2-2. Here's Naylor dropping deep. Gibbs. It's picked off. Miller. Promising position this for Wigan if they can work something. That to Edwards. That's not a great pass. Straight to Tane Anderson. And now City can perhaps launch a counter. Ikpeama plays the ball forward. O'Neill in a foot race. Tries to get there ahead of the keeper. And it's good work to get there first from Ewan Dodgson. He bails his side out because they were massively outnumbered there. Ikpeama possibly just over hitting the pass through to O'Neill. Morrison has come closest so far to breaking the deadlock. His early effort from the edge of the area hitting the crossbar. Wichard. Good distribution there to pick out Thelwell. Back with the City keeper again. Now looks up towards Elijah Morrison. He gets a good flick onto O'Neill. That's a nice touch back to Morrison. Couldn't quite take it in stride. Spellman. Now Bailey. Well taken on the half turn there by Henry Miller, who was under some pressure. Spellman. Ikpeama closing him down. Sent forward from the Wigan keeper. Thowell just misjudges that one. Here's Iggy Elijah Iggy cross. And Tane Anderson brings it down, deals with it excellently. Naylor wins the throw. Shepherd. Now Reece Knight. A change of direction there from Knight. And a nice ball to find Ikpeama. Got runners ahead of him here. And he couldn't quite find the pass. Gibbs just challenging Sims a little bit too hardly there as far as the referee's concerned. I don't think it's much more than a foul. Thomas Gibbs just arriving half a second late there. He's been a prolific goal scorer at various age groups as he's come through. Cole Sims for Wigan. So he's got 3 in pre-season and they're looking to release him again there. That's lovely fit work there from Reece Knight, who now finds Shepherd. City move it on to Thelwa. Now Morrison. And a good challenge made by Jack Bailey. Richard's come out to tidy this up. Knight, he's made a really good start. One of 5 City changes this afternoon. Reece Knight from that 4-0 win against Reading in the Premier League Cup. Here's another of those changes. Ikpeama. Now on to Anderson. Anderson's cross to the back post, nearly tapped in by Elijah Morrison. Brilliant ball initially by Naylor, a good run from Ikpeama. And Anderson, who found space, put in a delightful delivery. And I just think Charlie Wasseldien's done just enough there to put Elijah Morrison off. Otherwise it would have been a sure tap-in. Morrison once again coming close. City have looked the more likely in this opening 16 minutes. Really good link-up play down this left-hand side to create that chance. And the timing of Morrison's run was excellent. Wasseldien just putting him off right at the last second. Wichard looking to throw it into the path of excellent Ikpeama. Offside flag is up here. Again, Sims. Thelwa down the line for Morrison, who finds himself isolated one-on-one again. Again looks to cut in onto that left boot. This time has his shot blocked. Always looking to get in onto that left foot of his Elijah Morrison. Much more natural at playing on the left-hand side, so intrigued to see him operate on the right this afternoon. Made a really good start though. Another day, could already have 2 goals. Thelwa. Now Shepherd. Knight on to Anderson, and City get moving forward again, this time down the left with Naylor. Knight. Thelwa. Morrison. Two strikers in the middle await the cross. Morrison puts it in. Ikpeama couldn't quite get any connection on it, so it runs through here to Anderson. Now Naylor. Naylor sends a wonderful ball in. O'Neill trying to bring it down out the sky. Anderson wins it back for City well. And keep the pressure on. Thelwell looking to change direction and find Naylor. Maybe the ball out to Elijah Morrison was the one there. But a couple of good crosses initially from Morrison and then Seb Naylor. Anderson out to Naylor. The pass is really zipping around for Bristol City this afternoon. Players look full of confidence. That's a good pick out from Witchard. And that's a lovely ball through to Ikpeama from Naylor. Ikpeama's cross deflects into the arms of Dodgson, but again City have joy down this left-hand side. Started by Witchard, that whose distribution has been really good so far today. Both with right and left boot. Here's a chance for Wigan though. Sims trying to thread a pass through, and that's a good touch there from Josh Murphy. Knight out to Anderson. Palmer. It's Tane Anderson. Seb Naylor comes short this time. And looks to make the run in behind instead. Anderson goes back to his centre half. That's a good ball from Thomas Gibbs to find Marley Thelwell. Thelwell looking forward for O'Neill. Knight. Looking to drive, but has the ball taken off of him. Oh, and the keeper's come a long way here. Witchard hasn't got there. They'll be relieved that Cole Sims was forced wide enough and couldn't really get the power or the direction on his shot as it was. Thomas Gibbs had got back onto the line. Bit of a let-off there for Bristol City. First real chance for Wigan. Just one direct ball over the top, which Witchard initially wanted to come and claim. And realised he wasn't quite going to get there, so just forced the striker wide. Edwards goes past Naylor. That's a good challenge from Gibbs. Still with Wigan here though. Haven't had too many spells of sustained possession. The visitors, they've had to work hard without the ball. Now got a little bit of a chance to show what they can do themselves. Spellman. Now Miller. Over the top, and Wigan players have gone too early there. Flags up. Ball ends up in the back of the net, but it's not going to count for Cole Sims. There were 2 Wigan players offside. Here's a replay of Sims's earlier chance that Wichard just hesitates, and then by the time he comes, realises he's not quite going to get there. Did well not to bring the striker down. It's good positioning from Thomas Gibbs to get back on the line and sweep up anyway. O'Neill. Now Thelwa. Ikpeama's made the run and he's in behind here. Manages to get it past the keeper. An excellent Ikpeama. Breaks the deadlock and gives City the lead. Just enough on the strike as it trickles into the bottom corner. But a fine move from City, and they have threatened that so far in these opening 25 minutes. A flowing move from back to front. Those balls in behind, well-timed runs. This time it's the pass from Thelwell. The run from Ikpeama is really good between the 2 centre-halves, and he gets there ahead of the keeper. And just enough on the finish as well. So Lewis Carey's side take the lead just on the quarter, 25-minute mark. I've probably threatened more of the 2 teams, although it's been a good 5 minutes or so for Wigan, so that goal will hurt them. Delight for excellent Ikpeama, who signed his first pro contract back in April. Been with Bristol City for several years now, since he joined as an under-11. Interesting to see him operate a little bit further forward so far this season under Lewis Carey, who was more used as a 10 or a central midfielder at times last year. That's a nice touch from Naylor into Ikpeama with the layoff. Good again from City, who move it out. Anderson's ball in. Arriving was Elijah Morrison, and he could have had a hat-trick already here, Morrison. Hit the bar once and had 2 really good opportunities as well. Again, it's crisp passing, it's wonderful movement. Tane Anderson's delivery is delightful. Morrison unable to apply the finish. Ikpeama's got away there. He got away until Elijah Morrison rather took the ball off of him. Trying to get away, but he's tightly tracked there by Tane Anderson. Knight under a bit of pressure, but manages to shake off his man. Now finds Seb Naylor, and again City come forward in numbers. He was looking to find Anderson. Oh, that's a really strong challenge on him. Firm but fair, says the referee. Still a little ginger to get back to his feet there, Seb Naylor. That's not quite fair though. Advantage played Shepherd a little bit late. Given away by Wigan straight to Thirlwell. Game becoming a little bit stretched here. There's a bit of space, which City won't mind, I don't think. There's a few players out there who just want things just to calm down just for a moment or two, just to gather their breaths. Might be the moment they need as that ball over the top just runs straight through to Wichyard. Chance distribution this time unusually poor. And that's a nice ball to find Erdis Rassi with the cross, and a good touch from Murphy. Otherwise, Cole Sims was ready to put that home at the back post. Iggy on, given away. Lovely turn from Shepherd. And then a good ball up to Ikpeama. Ikpeama trying to get away from his man. Surely done so. Still going. Advantage played. Ikpeama. Oh, what a finish! Hammered home. And if the first relied on a little bit of precision, the second relied totally on power. It's 2 goals in 5 minutes for excellent Ikpeama, and City find themselves 2-0 up. Brilliant, brilliant play. First from Shepherd, who shook off his man, then the ball forward. Thought the chance might have gone initially. But Ikpeama just so strong there to shake off the challenge of Spellman, and then absolutely hammers that home. Second goal in 5 minutes then, and City well on top now. And this free-flowing and free goal-scoring style at the moment from Lewis Carey is certainly paying dividends with the 21s. That's now 6 goals in 120 minutes of football, and they're yet to concede as well. A great start to the season. Work from Naylor. Anderson ping closed down there by Erdis Rassi, who lost a right shoe. And carrying his boot, waiting for an opportunity to put it on. Might have to defend here with boot in hand, Rassi, as Reece Knight comes forward. To find Ikpeama, who wants the ball at every opportunity now. Hat-trick hunting, City's number 11. Lovely feet from Thirlwell. Knight. Thirlwell. Morrison. Thirlwell. Too much on that ball. Nobody at the back post for City. Ikpeama winning it back. Still with the ball at his feet, now finds the option in Ruben Shepherd. Thirlwell. Out to Morrison. Ikpeama and O'Neill waiting for a cross. Instead, City have gone back here. to Josh Murphy. Gibbs, they'll come forward down the left with Anderson. Ikpeama and then out to Seb Naylor. Exchanging passes with Reece Knight. Patient build up this from City. Now Thirlwell. Pocket of space here for Shepherd. Naylor out to Anderson. Back to Naylor, opens up for the shot! And it cannons back off the post. Just the space totally opened up there for Seb Naylor. Why not have a strike from there? Nearly catches out. Dodgson is near post again. Owen O'Neill's read that throw in. Hasn't been able to keep the ball in though. Goal kick. City just quicker to everything at the moment than Wigan. With the ball over the top, handed away by Thirlwell into the path of Shepherd. City's two midfielders, Shepherd and Knight, have been really good again. Just so composed on the ball. There's Knight. Out to Naylor. Knight dropping between the two centre-halves. And driving forwards. Naylor with the crossfield ball. Morrison trying to get in behind. And then O'Neill tried to wrap his right boot around it. Good again though from Bristol City, who look in the mood to score a few more. Wichard, first touch there, just let him down a little bit and he just rushed his pass. Morrison winning it back. Naylor finds the crossfield ball to pick out Thirlwell in space. Close down quickly though, and that's a good challenge from Henry Miller to win it back for Wigan. Now Iggy on. Thirlwell getting back and Marley Thirlwell winning that duel and then playing it over the top. Keeper comes out early and that's a good decision from Ewan Dodgson. O'Neill and Ikpeama so often playing on the last line of Wigan's defence, so eager to make those runs in behind. Legion, that's a nice touch. Free kick to Wigan. Murphy Crossfield ball is a good one. Now a chance for Wigan to get numbers into the box as the cross comes in. Too much on it though. Way over the heads of those that were queuing in and around the 6-yard box. Edwards comes into a bit of trouble. As well to block that pass from Reece Knight though. Ikpeama, lovely touch out of the sky. Good challenge on him though. O'Neill couldn't get past his man. Edwards. The ball into midfield. A nicely timed ball over the top, and Igion's in behind. And Elijah Igion gets one back for Wigan. Tidy finish. And the visitors have one back. A little bit too easy as far as Bristol City are concerned. A good run from Igion. Nice ball over the top from Kavanagh. That's a really good finish. And with just under 5 minutes to go until the break, it's Bristol City 2, Wigan Athletic 1. So no clean sheet today for Jack Witchard and that City backline, which is the same back four that kept a clean sheet against Reading. The other end here's Morrison. Little deflection into the arms of Dodgson. Farewell. There's a pullback there from Ikpeama, which was spotted by the referee. Dodgson. That's a good challenge from O'Neill. Still not giving up on it, O'Neill. A little bit too tenacious, though. We're going to take the free kick quickly, trying to find the run of Cole Sims. Bit of space here for Erdis Rossi. Goes by Gibbs. Knight. Shepherd. To Reece Knight, wonderful turn. And a nice ball out to find O'Neill. City's midfielders working excellently, and now on to Ikpeama, who's hat-trick hunting. Ikpeama didn't quite get the connection with that. Good stop down to his left from Dodgson. Not quite the power behind that shot, but a really good move. Reece Knight has looked excellent on the ball. All misjudged by the centre half, and won't matter because the offside flag goes up against O'Neill. Good goalkeeping again from Dodgson. Wigan quickly respond with the ball over the top, and Sims looks to take it on the half volley. That would have been special. Difficult one to take, bouncing ball over your shoulder. Anderson. Wichard. They're making the run in behind. Dodgson taking no chances. His clearance goes straight to Tane Anderson. Shepherd. Thirlwell. Knight. Just under hit that ball out wide. Sims trying to run past Gibbs. Well defended by the Welshman, and then Wigan appeal for a back pass, not given by the referee. To say, I've got a few suspicions about that. Maybe City getting away with one. Shepherd. It's a good ball again. Good goalkeeping though. Excellent positioning from Ewan Dodgson, who after he cleared that has gone down immediately, clutching his left knee. Hope this is not as bad as it looks for the young Wigan keeper, but immediately the substitute Rowan Taylor has got ready. I'm not sure Dodgson's going to be able to continue here. It's a rather innocuous one. Those can often be the worst though. This is a fairly lengthy delay, and the Wigan keeper is yet to move, I have to say. Taylor now off to go and do a warm-up. It's increasingly likely that he'll be coming on. He's now sitting up here in Dodgson, which is good to see. Physio just very carefully testing out that left knee, I think it is. I think he's just indicated there that the stretcher might be needed. want to see at any level of football really, but especially at academy level. These youngsters still developing. Just hope it's not a serious injury. Did certainly look a painful one though. Wigan keeper still looks in a lot of discomfort. He's going to be stretchered off here. Which is not how any player wants to leave the pitch. We wish you and Dodgson all the best. So a change then for Wigan enforced with Dodgson off and Rowan Taylor, the backup keeper, on. Taylor, another who signed his first pro contract this summer. He was in goal for Wigan's under-18s last year when City beat them 3-0. Did save a spot kick from Victor Akimbo though in that game. And we'll resume with a throw-in for Bristol City. After that lengthy stoppage of almost 7 minutes. Dodgson was down getting treatment. O'Neill gets onto the end of that. Will be a City throw-in. Referee just has a quick look at his watch. Play on for the time being. That's good feet from Shepherd, but it won't be a free kick because instead the referee has blown for half-time. And it's been a really entertaining half here at Ashton Gate between Bristol City and Wigan Athletic in the Professional Development League. At the break, City have the lead thanks to 2 fine strikes from excellent Ikpeama. The first, a well-timed run and a composed finish. The second was viciously hammered home into the top corner. Wigan got one back with 5 minutes to go before the break from Elijah Igihon, and that's how we sit at half-time. So more action after this on Robins TV, brought to you by Exacta. But at half-time here at Ashton Gate, it's Bristol City 2, Wigan Athletic 1. Welcome back to Ashton Gate. You're watching Robins TV, powered by Exacta. It's academy action here, and City's under-21s in their first game of the season in the Professional Development League are leading 2-1 at the break against Wigan Athletic. A brace in that first half from excellent Ikpeama before the visitors got one back through Elijah Igion. Here's where we stand with 45 minutes to go. Ewan Dodgson, the Wigan keeper, unfortunately suffering a serious knee injury, having to be stretchered off. So Rowan Taylor, the sub-keeper, in goal now for Wigan. He went through a pretty rigorous warm-up in half-time. Should say that sat just in the stand down beneath me is City Sporting Director James Ellis, and he no doubtedly enjoyed what he saw for most of that first half. It was free-flowing football from Lewis Carey's young under-21 side. A couple of really well-worked moves. Some fine taken goals, just as it was last week in the Cup against Reading. But they've still got work to do here now with just that one goal advantage. And Billy O'Neill gets us underway in the second half. So apart from that one enforced change for Wigan, which was made just before the break, there are no other changes. So the visitors are now Rowan Taylor in goal, back four of Edwards, Spellman, Bailey and Vesseldine. Miller and Kavanagh in midfield. Rassi and Igion on the wings, and Gilbertson playing behind Cole Sims. As for City, it's Jack Witchard in goal. The back four is unchanged from last week. So Thelwell, Murphy, Gibson, Anderson. Knight and Shepherd have been excellent in this game so far in midfield. Elijah Morrison operating on the right-hand side today. Seb Naylor further forward on the left. And then the front two is Billy O'Neill, an excellent Ikpeama, who is hat-trick hunting. Here's Seb Naylor, who's got in behind, takes his shot on early. Keeper was off his line, but Taylor got back. Positive start to the second half then for City. Wigan looking to go long, and that's a good run here from Igion. And Igion from the angle strikes the side netting. Just managed to get between Thelwell and Murphy there. Has looked a very bright young player, Elijah Igion, already on the score sheet once. Bristol City just need to be a little bit wary. That's a poor ball from Murphy. Good work though to win it back by Reece Knight. And Knight looks to play one down the line. He's overhit that for Elijah Morrison. Lovely turn from Igion. He's full of confidence at the minute. City winning it back in midfield and drawing the foul. Second ball picked up here by Morrison, who rides the challenge. Now into the area, looking to lay it off for O'Neill. No foul there, just a coming together between Murphy and Sims, according to the referee. Murphy looking for Ikpeama, but he's being closely watched now. Lots of contact there from Spellman, who's just, I think, been told not to give Ikpeama an inch. Oh, and at the other end, that's a misjudgment at the back from Bristol City. And Wigan have got themselves level. A really tidy finish. Similar to Wigan's first goal, actually, just a ball over the top. Little run between the two centre-halves. I think Josh Murphy it was who got caught out. Witchard caught in no man's land as well. Look here, the arm up early. There from Henry Miller, who makes the run deep from midfield. Murphy thought about a little tuck on the shirt. Decided against it. And a tidy finish from Henry Miller, and Bristol City, who were in control of this game for so much of that first half, now find themselves pegged back. City 2, Wigan 2. And 4 excellent goals. Here's Morrison again. Challenge comes in on him. It's going out for a City throw. Knight. Handball there against Seb Naylor. Well, there were goals when these two met last year. When it finished Wigan 2, Bristol City 3. We've already seen 4 goals in 50 minutes today. It wouldn't surprise me if we see a few more. That's picked up by Morrison. And his pass is straight at the referee. So play will restart with a drop ball to Bristol City. Anderson, penalised by the referee. Picked up here by Igion. Looking to feed Sims, who is offside. Knight, caught by Miller, who, once again, Reece Knight's footwork too quick. Oh, that's a rare poor ball though from the City midfielder, straight to Sims. Igion. Well, it's 2 challenges. Then manages to get a firmer foot on it. That's clearance up to O'Neill, who's got away from his man. That'll be the first booking of the game, surely. Is indeed for Jack Bailey. Just got too tight there to Billy O'Neill, who rolled his man with ease. Fairly straightforward decision for the referee. Gibbs back to Witchard. He hasn't had too many saves to make today, although he has found himself picking the ball out of his net twice. Murphy looking for the run of Thelwa. Thelwa trying to get past his man, which he's done so. Gets to the byline, finds O'Neill with a cutback. It was a little bit behind him. He couldn't take the shot on first time. At the other end, Iggy stretching his legs. Good challenge on him, though. Murphy winning it back. Well-timed sliding challenge. Naylor. Looks over the top for Anderson. Offside flag goes up. Advantage won't be played. It's a free kick there for the push from Tane Anderson. No free kick this time though, Sims wanted one. Not one there either, 50-50 says the referee. Over the top. O'Neill with a well-timed run. Forced a little bit wider than he would have liked, but he's cut back in onto his left boot here. Strikes deflected at the back post. A chance for the hat-trick for excellent Ikpeama, and he's disappointed with that. O'Neill's deflected effort just fell really kindly to Ikpeama. He had to generate all the power himself with the header, but he got underneath it. Just scoops it over the bar. It was good work from O'Neill. And then when it fell to Ikpeama, I think Penny would have been expecting him to do a bit better with that chance. It's poor from Shepherd in midfield, dispossessed and then giving away the foul, which is going to earn him a yellow card. Rare mistake in the middle of the park from Ruben Shepherd, who, like Reece Knight, has had a really good game. He becomes the first City player into the book. Free kick, a fair way out here. For Wigan, they're lining up on the City penalty area. There's a bit of pushing and shoving, which the referee wants to sort out. Joe Gilbertson looks interested in this as a right-footed option. Instead of being clipped in with the left boot, Gibbs heads away. Edwards battling for it and winning the free kick. And this is probably a better angle for the set piece for the visitors. Discussion between three Wigan players. Sims now jogs back into the middle. Will it be Kavanagh again? Or will it be the in-swinger from Gilbertson? It is Kavanagh again, goes low. It's a poor free kick. City will look to try and counter down the left with Anderson, who looks forward for Ikpeama. Naylor. Shepherd. Here's Knight. Thirlwell. Morrison had tucked in, so no real width for Marley Thirlwell to use that. There's left instead. Anderson into Naylor, goes for the return pass, nicely worked. And a good ball in from Tane Anderson will yield a City corner. I think 60 minutes into the game, this is our first corner of the afternoon, which is highly unusual. Swinger taken low to the near post, and Ruben Shepherd will get another go. Again goes near post, headed clear by Bailey. Naylor out to Shepherd. Tane Anderson on his bike. Anderson ghosts past his man. Gets to the byline. Can he pick out a red shirt? Not quite. Offside flag against Cole Sims. He's been caught the wrong side of the last man on a couple of occasions today, Sims. Only Thirlwell off running. That's a great pick out to find him. Thirlwell looking for a ball through to Ikpeama. Cuts out that pass. City just up, did a little bit in the last couple of moments. Trying to restore their lead. It's a free kick. And it's Rossi snapping at the heels of Tane Anderson. Rossi wins that back. A loose pass that from Ruben Shepherd. Bailey. Looking over the top, headed out of play by Josh Murphy. Don't think we're too far away from Bristol City making a change or two. Josh Campbell-Slowey, one of a few City players who've returned from a warm-up. Oh, that's a nice touch from Naylor. And Naylor gets past another. That's got to be a free kick. And a yellow card for Connor Spellman. He joins his centre-half partner on a booking. Adventurous run from Seb Naylor. Got past one, nearly got past the second challenge. Spellman doing enough to bring him down, but also doing enough to get himself a booking. Looks like it's going to be a triple change for Bristol City in a couple of moments. We've got a free kick here though first. Might be too far out to have a shot from. It's very similar to the one Wigan had at the other end of the pitch about 5 minutes or so ago. Seb Naylor's having a look. City have got plenty in the box lined up for a cross. Naylor's going to have a go for goal, and on the bounce, that's well taken by Rowan Taylor. It's going to be Campbell, Slowey, Murphy and Ollie Thomas who are going to come on shortly for Bristol City. Adam Murphy, that is. Josh Murphy already on the pitch. Maybe one of those withdrawn, actually, depending on who Campbell Slowey's coming on for. And it's picked up here by Reece Knight. Now Naylor. Can't get past his man this time. Murphy with the hand in the back of Sims. That's enough for a free kick. Gilbertson. Miller. Interesting looking at the positioning of City's front players at the moment. Elijah Morrison's gone a bit more central. Ikpeama's just peeled out to this right-hand side for the time being. Here's O'Neill. Knight. Now the ball forward from Bristol City, although easily picked off. That's a strong challenge. And it's a challenge which is going to earn Ruben Shepherd an early bath, because the City skipper has been sent off for a second yellow card. And now Lewis Carey may have to rethink that triple change, because his team are down to 10. Shepherd went flying in. I do think he won part of the ball, but I wonder if the intent was what earned him the yellow. You can understand why the referees made that decision. City are going to make these changes though, so Adam Murphy is the first to be withdrawn. Sorry, Adam Murphy's coming on for Elijah Morrison, who is the first to be withdrawn. There's going to be no hat-trick for excellent Ikpeama. He's coming off in place of Ollie Thomas. And then it is going to be Josh Murphy who comes off to be replaced by Josh Campbell-Slowey. So Campbell-Slowey will go into the back line. Ollie Thomas, you think, will now lead the line up top, and just looking at it, it looks like City are now going to a 4-4-1 with a midfield two of Knight and Murphy, the two Irishmen, and Billy O'Neill's come out to the right-hand side at the moment. About 25 minutes or so to play here with 10 men now. The young Robins. Been a good week for Bristol City midfielders, picking up 2 yellow cards. Randall sent off a lot earlier for the first team on Saturday. Ruben Shepherd joining him. And Murphy straight into action, winning that ball back, and O'Neill looks forward to try and release Ollie Thomas. Bailey across to Spellman. The two Wigan centre-halves are both on a booking. Iggy on. Not getting past O'Neill. Changing the dynamic of this game. City have dominated possession for large parts. Now with a man down, have to just operate without the ball for a fair bit, you feel, of these last 20 minutes. Doesn't mean to say they're not going to still pressure it when they can, as shown there by Adam Murphy. Slowly the left of the two centre-halves. Gibbs has come across to the right. Here he is, the Welshman. It's a good ball to find O'Neill. On the line for Murphy. Trying to get past Bailey, gets his cross in. Here's Thomas, back to goal at the moment. Pops it back out to O'Neill. O'Neill caught on the edge of the area, and that's a City free kick. Seb Naylor stood over this for Bristol City. Naylor has taken the armband on following Ruben Shepherd sending off. Two-man wall for Wigan, which Rowan Taylor is just checking if got his near post covered. Will he think about a shot or a cross here? Seb Naylor went for goal earlier from a long way out, quite centrally. This is wider, right on the corner of the box. Does go for goal. Hit plenty of power on it, but not quite the direction. Always over the bar, that. Taylor could see it all the way. So well, with some defending to do here. Sims chasing after him. O'Neill losing out. Giving away the free kick. Henry Miller skipping away from him. Chance for Wigan to load the box. Gilbertson with the free kick. Headed clear by Thomas Gibbs. Farewell. Ball tonight. With the switch of play to Anderson. Lovely ball into Naylor. Naylor sent that early for Thomas. I think he may have had a little bit more time, and he was far too much on the ball forward anyway. He just needs to be a little bit more composed when they've got the ball now. Seen quite as much as they were earlier. Offside flag here up against John-Paul Kavanagh, who then puts the ball in the back of the net well after the whistle. First time today the referees let Wigan get away with that. I should just say that Ewan Dodgson, who went off in that first half with injury, has just re-emerged on the down route from the tunnel to sit on the Wigan bench, although he is walking with crutches. Referees played the advantage here. The foul on Reece Knight. O'Neill is then also being pulled at. No free kick yet. O'Neill then drives into the box, goes down. Although the referee says he won the ball. One back though by Bristol City. Thelwell. Here's Knight, that's good feet. Drives into the gap now, Reece Knight. He gets bundled over. Adam Murphy wins that back. Knight. Anderson. Out to Naylor. Back to Tane Anderson. Tries to get his cross in, wins City a corner. And the 10 men are giving this a real go. Still fancy themselves to get all 3 points, even with a man down. Corners deep to the back post. Gibbs heads it back in. Handball shouts from Bristol City. Nothing from either the assistant or the referee, though. Murphy. Thomas. Bulldozes his way between a few there. Murphy onto Reece Knight. Knight skips away from the challenge. Now looking for a pass. There's Thomas. O'Neill wants it at the back post. Anderson. Gets the return pass, looks to find Ollie Thomas with the cutback, which was cut out by Henry Miller. But at the moment, City are the team playing like they've got a man advantage. Here's Knight. Just maybe short of an extra option in the final third. That's possibly where it's showing at the moment. Thomas with the layoff to Knight. Couldn't quite take it in stride. Murphy out to Anderson, now Naylor. Will be a Wigan throw. The visitors yet to make a change apart from that enforced one in the first half in goal. City have made 3. Over the top up to Sims. O'Neill. Murphy. He's back to his keeper. Richard sends it up towards Thomas, but Bailey's there first, and Bailey's header is brought down here by Igion, who's just slipped at the wrong moment. Ball never really sat down for him. Space here for Reece Knight to work with. O'Neill tries to stay onside and has done. Now drives it the left back. Goes on the outside, fires it in, good stop. Down low, Rowan Taylor. It's the big right hand out. City have just gone back to moving that ball nice and quickly again. Substitutions have settled down well, particularly Adam Murphy, who's on the ball now. Scooped in towards Thomas, good layoff. Naylor finds O'Neill. O'Neill tries the quick snapshot and just may have caught Taylor off guard a little bit there. He wasn't quite set for that. Looked a little bit awkward making that save, and he's scooped it behind for a City corner. Robins are on top at the moment. Just over 10 minutes to go. And it goes from Naylor. Really good delivery. Might fall for a red shirt. It's Knight. Good save. Strong hands from Taylor to push clear. But City come again, this time with Anderson. Anderson across, and it was behind. Given away by City now. Foot race here between Thelwell and Sims, which Marley Thelwell wins. Good opportunity at the other end, that for Bristol City. Ollie Thomas at the back post. Ball from Anderson was just behind him. It's a good crossfield ball though. Seb Naylor, who's on the right hand side at the moment, will get there and keep it in. Naylor lays it back to Murphy. Naylor again. Thought about standing that up to the back post. Instead it's out here with Knight. Murphy again. Naylor. Murphy makes the run. And Knight. And it goes to Murphy with the little dummy. Gets the return pass. This is a wonderful move. Oh, and the referee's blown it up. City provide the finish. Ollie Thomas tucks it away, but the free kick's already gone. That's a shame because it was a really well-worked move by Bristol City. Changes for both sides here. Wigan are going to make the first as we see a replay of that disallowed goal. I think it's for the foul from Ollie Thomas. There, is it? A little tug of the shirt. It's enough for the referee. So the City changes. Billy O'Neill has gone off to be replaced by Victor Akimbo. And Jack Griffin-Pacheco is on in place of Marley Thelwell. And the change for Wigan has seen Elijah Igion be replaced by Lucas Tobin. So for Bristol City, Seb Naylor has now gone to right back. And it looks like it's Akimbo who's now operating ahead of him on the right-hand side. Jack Griffin-Pacheco is out on the left. Ball over the top here. First involvement for the Wigan sub Tobin. Loses out. Naylor gets it on to Akimbo. He's got real pace about him, Victor Akimbo, if he can find himself free. Here's Naylor, travelling with the ball well, and just maybe running out of options. Wasn't quite sure what to do with it. Good challenge to win it back from Thomas Gibbs. Knight. Looking to feed Akimbo. Akimbo's cross. Good run made to the near post by Griffin-Pacheco, but good hands from Taylor. All 5 changes made now by Lewis Carey. Bailey. Gilbertson. One back by Bristol City. Gilbertson puts it out for a throw. It's a slice clearance. Another City throw. Ball over the top will run through into Witchard's area. Just over 5 minutes of the 90 remaining. Will we get a winner? Reminder, Bristol City playing last half hour or so with 10 men. Ruben Shepherd sent off for 2 yellows. Challenge from Gibbs. Stop Tobin from breaking clear. Gilbertson. Kavanagh. Edwards. Kavanagh goes over the top. It's a really good run made by Gilbertson. The ball just overhit fractionally. Now space at the other end. Akimbo won't get on the end of that. Wins the header. Naylor with the little flick on there. It's nicely worked into Knight. Knight through the legs, wonderfully done. Then the little shimmy gets brought down by the dangling leg of Lucas Tobin, and that's a free kick. Brilliant play from Reece Knight, who's been outstanding today. And from a City point of view, apart from excellent Ikpeama's 2 goals, I think he'd be in with a real shout of a man of the match here. Been really good in these opening couple of games, actually. Reece Knight looks a lot more settled than he perhaps did in the second half of last year. Obviously joining a club midway through a season, never easy. Just starting to see how he can flourish, though. Free kick right on the edge here. Adam Murphy, and once again Seb Naylor stood over it. Naylor again goes for goal. The bouncing ball is palmed away by Taylor. Knight. Sent into the box. Might break for Naylor here. Naylor caught that cleanly and tipped over this time by Taylor. Seb Naylor is absolutely determined to get himself a goal from range today. 4 or 5 efforts now from open play and from dead ball situations. He stood over this corner, which is headed away from the near post, comes out to Knight. Ollie Thomas, good strength to win it back. Bristol City throwing all they can at this. Naylor. Unable to take the ball. Campbell slowly with the header. Oh, and Wigan might have an opportunity here. It's Sims who gets past Gibbs, and that's a good stop from Wichard, who Hasn't really had to make a save today. He's forced into a big one there. So apart from the 2 goals, Witchard hasn't really been called upon. This was a dangerous opportunity. Gibbs went down for the sliding block and Sims just went around it. Tight angle, but a good stop. Corner to Wigan then. Maybe they've got ideas about winning it late on. And it goes near post, tucked away by Anderson. Out to Knight, who's got nobody ahead of him in a red shirt. Has to hold it up, and he's done well there. And Murphy helps it on to Naylor. It's got a bit of a cup tie feel about this now. Naylor with a good pass to Akimbo. Akimbo's cross. Comes back to him. He's done well there, Akimbo. Just couldn't quite get that ball to sit down for him, though, and find a pass. Adam Murphy trying to win it back, and instead he's given away the foul. Tobin. Not quite sure what he saw there. He was looking to pick out Erdus Resi, but it's not a great pass. Into added time now then, up to the referee's discretion. Campbell-Slowey sends it forwards. Anderson with the run. City getting numbers in the box now. Anderson knocks it past his man and wins a corner. Which City take quick. And it's not a great ball back to Adam Murphy from Tane Anderson, who's looking a little bit tired out there. He's been up and down that left-hand side all day. And he needs to get back here because we're going to coming forward. Kavanagh's knocked it a long way past himself, though. Gibbs will see it behind. Still urgency from Bristol City. They still fancy themselves to create one last chance for a winner. It's been a really entertaining afternoon of football, I have to say. Both teams will have positives to take forward into the rest of their Professional Development League campaigns. Forward from Spellman. Wesseldine. Now Gilbertson. Tobin tried to get the return pass through to Gilbertson. Sneaky little reverse ball. Didn't quite come off. All over the top here for Sims, but it's good defending from Campbell-Slowey to allow Witchard to claim it. City just unable to keep hold of the ball at the moment. And that'll be a free kick. Griffin Pacheco bringing his man down. Wigan coaching staff telling their players to get forward from this free kick. Might be the last chance. Sent towards the box. Wigan have got an overload at the back post, and I wonder there actually if Jack Bailey would have been better off leaving that. His centre-half partner Connor Spellman, who was behind him and probably better positioned to take that ball. Bailey, as he went to clear that, just crumpled in a heap. Looks in a little bit of discomfort. Physio is there, but isn't going to give him any treatment. He's okay to continue. .94.5 minutes played now. Knight. It's nicely worked. Here's Akimbo. On to Thomas. Akimbo in the area. Tries to go for the return at the back post. Oh, massive chance for Jack Griffin-Pacheco to win it. They did create that moment. And it really should be 3-2 to Bristol City. I think the ball actually was for Victor Akimbo, who couldn't get any contact. It fell to Griffin-Pacheco. He sends it over, and it's pretty much the last kick of the game. But what an entertaining afternoon of football we've had here at Ashton Gate. The two teams have put on a real treat for us here. And they'll both go home with a point apiece. First half double from excellent Ikpeama had given Bristol City what looked like a really controlling 2-0 lead. But then goals either side of the break from Wigan, first from Elijah Igion and then Henry Miller 5 minutes after the break, pulled it back to 2-2. Quite surprised we didn't get any more goals after that, actually. We did, however, see a red card. Ruben Shepherd, City's captain, sent off for a second yellow. So last half hour or so played with 10 men by the young Robins, who still created plenty of chances themselves. Woodwork struck on a couple of occasions, and a big moment for Jack Griffin-Pacheco right at the very end to win it. But Lewis Carey and Bristol City will have to settle for a point. Thank you very much for joining us this afternoon. Just a reminder, City's Under-21s next in action on Saturday. That's an away fixture at Sheffield Wednesday midday kickoff. And then we will bring you their home fixture on Tuesday the 1st of September against Sheffield United. That's a 1 o'clock kickoff at the High Performance Centre. But this afternoon at Ashton Gate, it's finished full time here on Robins TV. Bristol City 2, Wigan Athletic 2.